Hi, my name is Andy White, and today I'd like to show you a conceptual demonstration I put together using ForgeRock OpenIDM as an internet-connected device portal. The intent of the demonstration is to highlight OpenIDM's flexible data model and really nice integration capabilities in the context of managing a virtual household thermostat that's modeled loosely after a Nest thermostat. So let me show you the pieces. First, I put together a custom device management portal that's running on OpenIDM in place of the default user interface. It's very easy in OpenIDM to have self-contained projects that can have their own interface without overwriting anything that ships with the product, which you might still want to be able to use at certain times. So this is what I've done here. Second, I created a virtual device for the demonstration. It's just a standalone piece of software, not an actual physical device, obviously. But conceptually, it doesn't work any different than software running on an actual device. And to make the demonstration a little more realistic, communication between the portal and device uses the Firebase real-time protocols, which, not coincidentally, are the same ones that real-life Nest devices actually use as well. And lastly, in OpenIDM, I made a one-line change in manage.json configuration file to tell IDM that in addition to user objects, I also want to manage device objects. And as you'll see a little bit later in the demo, by doing just this single one-line change, OpenIDM provides me a set of RESTful services around managing, querying, manipulating device objects. So we'll see that in a second. So for the demonstration, the scenario I'm going to show is loosely modeled on my own experience acquiring an internet-connected device. The end user purchases or somehow receives a new device that they need to set up. So what they need to do is go to the device provider's website and log in, which I will do here. And what they're going to do now is add this new device to their account. So on this screen, they are being asked for the device ID so that the portal can use Firebase protocols to connect to the device. So we're going to find the device ID down here, and it is 7X88PQRT. We locate the device, and you can see the device is found, and now it's saying it's connected. There's communication established between the two. The device tells us what its type is, and we're going to give it a friendly name to identify it by in the portal here. We will call it Upstairs Office. And we are going to tell the device where it is located at for time and weather updates. Okay, we've set the location. The device now knows where it's at and what time it is. And we are going to save the device. Now let me show you what actually is happening on the IDM side. So when I save the device there, so let me flip over to Postman. When I save the device there, the portal or the user interface actually did a HTTP put to OpenIDM. This was an example earlier where I was saving a device named 1, but I actually saved it as, so let me go to a different endpoint. So we can, again, we get all this just by doing that one-line configuration change. We can do the standard REST call to OpenIDM to list all devices that it knows of. And we see that there are a couple, including the one I just created. So let me highlight this ID. And now we can go and actually take a look at this device. And we get our device back. So you can see that this is how it was saved into OpenIDM, who the owner is, the user I logged in as, its type. It's Firebase URL, so this is the actual URL that's being used for the communication between the device and the portal. Time zone offset, where it's located at, and then just its ID and its friendly name. So the ability to do all that was just through that one line of configuration I did. So let's go back to the portal and just look at a few of the things we can do with this device. So we can decide that we want to change the temperature, the desired temp. And you can see that through Firebase it's also getting updated down here. We can lower the temperature, raise it back up. We can, through the two-way communication, we can also change the temperature down here, which also changes it up in the portal. And if we wanted to, we could also change where the device is located at. So let's try that. Okay, and you can see that the weather, the location, and the time also changed. So that's all I really have for the demo. It's a pretty simple demo, but really and I left out a lot of pieces that you would obviously need if you were integrating with an actual device, and namely security. And you might choose to model your device a little more complexly than what I did in this simple approach. But hopefully you take away some thoughts on the flexibility of OpenIDM, both in its data model, its user interface, and ways you can integrate with other things, including Firebase, to deal with emerging identity management use cases. Thanks for watching.